Good morning and welcome to Fast Horses Today. Today is Saturday. It is November 9th, and we're going to go over some races at Del Mar today. And I have a late pick 5 ticket that I want to play. So let's get started here at Del Mar. I'm going to skip over the first few races, and we're going to go over to the 5th race, which does start the late pick 5 today. That has approximate post time about 4:30 here Central Time, so 2:30 over there in the Pacific Time Zone. The 5th race is a 5-furlong grass sprint. This is for two-year-old boys, Calbred first level allowance. So very interesting that they put Calbreds in an allowance race on 5 furlongs on the grass. And as we've seen, these grass races, positioning, speed certainly plays a big part in who wins over at Del Mar in these races. So these being babies, it's really hard to tell who wants to do what because, we just haven't seen a big sample size from them. So I've got 5 horses I want to put in to get this started because I'm not too sure that it's as simple as the favorite. So I've got the one horse who was run for Kidder. This horse comes out of the Adam Kitchman barn, Hector Berrios. Couple reasons I like this horse. This horse did break his maiden over at Del Mar in the 5-furlong grass course. And Hector Berrios takes over now for Joe Talamo. So we've got the Talamo off angle. And this horse gets the one hole, which is always an advantage there. Berrios has certainly been a master at figuring out how to save ground, how to, just make the move at the right time. So this horse, 15-1, certainly plays here. I'm going to put the 2 horse, who is the Shillelagh. The Shillelagh out of Ryan Hansen's barn, Tiago Pereira here. Now this horse has a couple grass starts. Ran over at Del Mar in the 5-furlong grass races over in the summertime. Didn't get a good start that time. It ran an even race, but then comes back to Santa Anita and runs on the flat grass over at 6 furlongs and ends up winning. So this horse is certainly dangerous. From the 2 hole, 5-1, the Shillelagh, certainly factors. I'm going to put the 3 horse, who is Timty. Timty for Doug O'Neill. Antonio Fresu takes the call. A couple changes here. They're putting blinkers on. This horse is bred for grass out of a Tribal Rule mare. We saw back in the day when Tribal Rule was a big sire in California, they could do grass pretty well, being from that Stormcat line. Now this horse has 4 starts. They've all been on the dirt. So they're switching over, as I mentioned, couple switches. They're putting blinkers on, and they're putting this horse on the grass. 12-1 certainly makes this horse a factor. I'm going to put the 5 horse, who is Prince Dolce. Prince Dolce comes out of the Carla Gaines barn, and Berto Rispoli takes the call. And this horse broke his maiden on the grass. They had put this horse on dirt a couple times when they moved the horse over to grass. He got it done over at Santa Anita in the 6-furlong flat grass. So 4-1 on Berto Rispoli. We see Rispoli do some of his best work on the grass there, so certainly worth a play. And then I'm going to put the 10 horse, who is Steak Fries. He is the favorite at 2-1 for Craig Lewis and Kazushi Kimura. Now Kimura looks to have a lot of live horses today. We can certainly see a multiple win day for Kimura here at Del Mar on Saturday. So this horse has 2 starts. First start out was on the dirt over at Del Mar back in the summer. Just kind of ran a very even race, and then put this horse on the grass. He broke from the outside post that day and ended up winning going away. So, could certainly do that today, but I just kind of wonder. Sometimes it's tough to win from out there, and it's a big field of 10 horses, 2-year-olds. A lot of things can happen. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, 5, and 10. All right, now let's go to the next race of the day, being the 6th race. This is a mile on the dirt, and these are $16,000 condition claimers, non-winner of 2 in lifetime. So I've got 3 horses here I'm going to put in. I'm going to put the 1 who is Rhino for Rafael De Leon. He puts one of the apprentice jocks on here, Orontes. So this horse gets a 5-pound weight break. This horse has a lot of speed, has shown speed on the dirt, on the turf, in sprints. So from the 1 hole, there's probably one way to go. Get out and let's see how far you can go with him. As we've seen in these lower level races on the dirt at Del Mar in these 2 turns, you've got to be up close, and it's kind of hard to catch. So catch those horses. So I'm going to put the 1 horse Rhino at 5-1. I'm also going to put the 2 horse, who is Bert's Prospect for Sean McCarthy and Tyler Bayes. Now this horse has been running strictly on turf, so they're making the switch to dirt, and it's because of a couple things. This horse, has not been able to win on turf in a while. It's been a few months. This is a Calbred who broke his maiden nicely at Santa Anita on the grass, and just hasn't been able to get it done since. So they're dropping his horse to the lowest he's seen, and they're changing surfaces to dirt. So I don't see any problem here, being that the horse is some nice dirt breeding. It's just a matter of he has to find his friends. We see this kind of stuff happen a lot with turf horses dropping down, having to run on dirt. And, they end up being effective. They do work out on dirt, so it's not like a foreign surface. So Bert's Prospect, 4-1, certainly dangerous. And then finally, I'm going to put the 6 horse, who is Frost Alert. Now, Frost Alert comes out of the Kelly Bainham barn. Bainham takes over for Steve Knapp, who looks like the owner, Les Blake, has sent all of his horses to different trainers, parting of ways with Steve Knapp. So this horse shows speed, has the apprentice Carmona on him, so gets the 5-pound weight break, has speed, probably one way to go here as well. We've seen Carmona put some good rides on horses and in California so far. We could see that again here. At one time, this horse was a pretty expensive purchase at $270,000. Things didn't work out there, but as we see, sometimes these horses find their back class to win these lower level races. So that's the 1, 2, and 6. All right, let's go over to the 7th race of the day. 7th race is a 1 1/16 on the grass. This is an open company allowance race, first level allowance race. I think this is a really, really tough race. There's 9 horses here. I think, so many of these horses have a chance to win this race, and they also have reasons why they won't win this race. I'm going to put the all button on here because I just can't split this. I think several, like I said, can win this. There's a lot of horses that's probably going to be based on their positioning, and it's hard for us to handicap that as far as where they're going to be positioned. So I'm going to hit the all button, hoping for a price here, which I think, some of these long shots do have a shot to win, so we'll hope for that. So we got the all button. All right, let's move over to the next race of the day, that being the 8th race. And this is the feature. This is the Cary Grant, 7 furlongs on the dirt, Calbreds. Small field, but a nice competitive field. We've got a couple co-favorites here, and the 1-horse Mana Rose at 8-5 in the program, and the 2-horse Big City Lights, he's 7-5, so slight favorite for Richard Mandella. I'm going to single Big City Lights here. I think Big City Lights, he's been just a Calbred that's shown a lot of ability. He's done a lot right and a little bit of wrong. The wrong, not really his choosing. He's gone up against a Chosen Vron several times and just couldn't beat him, has come second to him. Well, there is no Chosen Vron today. And Big City Lights, has done well at the distance of 7 furlongs, has done well at Del Mar, so those things all fit. And I just like, his last 2 races, he's running the best 7 furlong races that California offers. The first being the Triple Bend back at Santa Anita. I thought the horse ran a nice race with Happy Jack, Dr. Venkman. Those are just, graded stakes performers. And then he came back to run very well in the Pat O'Brien, which, that's a big-time race in the summer meet, and running with Raging Torrent and the Chosen Vron again. So Big City Lights, I think, a relief in class here. There'll be some attention on Mana Rose for good reason. The horse had a great year, but I think that Big City Lights gets it done here. That's going to be my single of the day. All right, let's move over to the last race of the day, being the 9th race. 9th race is a mile on the grass, and these are for Calbred allowance horses, first level allowance horses. And there are a couple horses here I'm going to put in. I also have a win bet as well. I like the 7 horse here, who is Take 3. Take 3 comes out of the Mike Pipey barn, so it looks like Pipey's back. He served his time. Pipey apparently got pinched for something, I don't know, but his assistant, Francisco Garcia, was training, all throughout the summer and up until this week, I guess. So Pipey takes back over here on this horse. This horse was a huge purchase, $400,000 for a Calbred, and that's just a lot of money for a Calbred. So this horse needs to get going, start winning some races, and make his owners proud that they did that. So Kimura takes the call. Ayuso has been riding this horse, and the horse has run some nice races in his last 3 starts. Twice over at Del Mar on the grass and once at Santa Anita. And in looking at this horse's film, I don't see anything wrong that Ayuso did. I think he rode the horse nice. Might have made a bit of a mistake last time that, if he would have done a little different, he might have won the race. But Kimura takes over today. And Kimura is a guy I think would fit very well on this horse. He finishes up very strong. He's a strong rider, strong finisher. And I think this horse just needs that extra oomph, at the end of the race to get it done. So 7-2 today. I'm going to make a win bet on Take 3. And I'm going to, put him in the pick 5 as well. And I'm going to put the 10 horse in the pick 5 here. 10 horse being Brazenly by Daniel Azcarate is the trainer, and Maldonado takes the call. Now this horse, Azcarate has a small barn, and it doesn't get a whole lot of chances, but this is a horse that has run really well over the last several months. He had won a big race at Del Mar on the dirt back in the summer with a huge speed figure, and he's able to run back at this level because this is on the turf, so they're taking advantage of that condition. The horse, as far as breeding, it should be no problem on the turf. Certainly bred for that. And he got to try. Well, he's been on the turf a few times in his career, but last time out he did run on the turf over at Santa Anita, and I thought he ran a nice race. It says he finished 6th out of 11 horses, so he split the field. But in watching the film, I thought he made a really nice move. The Jock Garcia is probably more of a dirt jock, and I know he does a lot of work at Los Alamitos at nighttime, and maybe turf is just not his thing. So the switch to Maldonado should improve this horse. Escarati is a guy who could pop with a long shot, and this horse certainly is, in great shape. So I'm going to put the 7 and 10 to cap off this pick 5, and then the win bet on the 7 takes 3. All right, now let's recap the tickets today. Okay, so today at Del Mar, we're going to play a late pick 5, which starts in the 5th race. The 5th race, I've got the 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 with the 1, 2, 6 with the all button. That's the all in the 7th race. With the 2, that's the single of Big City Lights and the Cary Grant Stakes. With the 7 and 10, and I'm going to put a win bet on the 7. That's takes 3. Today, without scratches, and we're doing this before scratch time, if this ticket holds up without scratches, it's going to be $135, and then I've got the win bet of the 7 in the 9th race. So as always, you've got to do what fits you. If you want to play the ticket as is, if you want to add or subtract to it, play the pick 3s or play the pick 4 within it. Sometimes the pick 4 pays really well within these pick 5s. Whatever you decide to do, I wish you the best of luck. Let's get some good trips, because good trips results in great luck, and it results in wins. And let's wish the folks over at Del Mar today a great, safe day of racing. So as always, I ask you to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button for me. It doesn't cost you anything, it just puts you on the feed, and new content gets served up to you. Like, dislike, make some comments, let's create a discussion. So as always, I thank you so much for watching, and let's make it a great day at Del Mar today. Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf. We will see you soon.